This is Bragi's third session in the round pen, just building on yesterday's session about lunging, and he actually does pretty good here. He seems like he's really getting the hang of it, although whenever he starts off, he definitely moves into my space, and I'm letting him do that right now, although until he gets the idea, although I don't really like it that he moves me out of his way, so I need to correct that. But he does pretty good, and he's definitely getting the idea of back up. Yesterday I was able to get him take 3 or 4 steps, and now he's making a whole circle in a lot of cases, and sometimes even more than a whole circle, even though I do have to encourage him with my stick to get him to keep moving, because he often wants to stop where he thinks he should stop. Although that time I made him go a whole circle and then asked him to stop and back up, and he did good. He offered to back up there, so I gave him another cookie. He doesn't always understand what I want. I try to give him a chance before I shorten the lead a little bit and put a little pressure on his halter to get him to go forward. He doesn't quite understand what me waving the stick is. There he goes a little bit, kind of getting the idea. I'm going to shorten my lead a little bit. Shorten it some more. I had to give him kind of a lot of pressure on the halter that time. It's all part of learning. Give him a little tap on the rump with the stick. Ask him to stop and back up, and he does that well. Yesterday he kept moving into my space, but now he's at least backing out and staying there. Give him a little rub with the stick. And I'm working just on this near side for now. This is his easier side, and I would like to make this a little bit more solid before I start working on his off side. Yeah, he's doing really good. Although he thought that's where the stopping point was. I wanted to give him an idea that he gets to stop when I give him the cue to stop. Yeah, he's doing really good today. Get a little scratch on his chest. And just practice a little bit leading too, so he doesn't forget that's also a skill he needs. But he forgot to stop with me. So here we go. Fight him to lead and stop. He did a little bit better that time, so he gets a rub. And there he did a lot better, so he gets a cookie. And remind him to back up. this point, he kind of gets a cookie for everything. Trying to get him to move forward. There he goes. Just to remind him the difference between lunging and leading. Give him a little insistent taps to get him to move past that point. And stop. I do like the way he disengages his hindquarters and faces up. Eventually I'll teach him to stop in the line of the circle, but for now this is just fine. Get him to go forward again, and we're going to lead again. He does a good job of backing up. And lead. And stop. And lead. And stop. And we're backing up together. See my other gelding come into view. And here we go again. And stop. There, he did a really good job. Had to apply a little pressure on the halter to get him to go forward and stop, and he did really good there.
One more time.
And see how he feels about lunging again, see if he remembers the difference. And he still wants to stop on that one point, so I give him a little encouragement to keep going. And then stop.
Good job. You did good.
And I'm just going to end the session there just because I felt like he made a lot of strides between yesterday and today, and I just don't want to drill him. I mean, he's doing pretty good, and
Oh, yes, hello. Hello.
let him absorb that overnight and give him his favorite scritches in his tummy.
You get the other side.
Until he really likes that.
Yeah, you get the other side.
And then go do the other side.
Okay, ready?
At this point, I bend over to see if I can see what's on his tummy that itches so much, because it's quite a big spot, but he's so furry I can't really tell. End of session.